Another social skills tool is expectation management. In all kind of social situations, including friends, dating, work, business, family affairs. So there are two sides: managing my expectation about the other person's behavior and promises, and the other is managing other people's expectation about me, about my behavior. So the first one is my expectation about other people. One very important thing is that you have to be aware that there are always hidden assumptions, hidden conditions in communication that people don't say, but you automatically fill the gap based on past experience or just random things or just some signs that you interpret in a certain way, and this causes misunderstandings. So be aware, but it's also including the other side, that be aware that you have this unspoken condition. When you don't directly address a topic, then you will fill the gap, and the other person also will fill the gap. Okay, so let's beat 8 o'clock, and maybe in your mind 8 o'clock means evening 8 o'clock, but for some reason, and for the other person it's, of course, it's morning. Why would we beat in the evening? It's morning. So you have to clarify very clearly, and of course it comes with experiences, that especially with that specific person, that you have misunderstandings. So managing your expectation, not just being aware of these hidden conditions, but be aware that you can misunderstand what people communicate. So maybe they try to make it very clear, but sometimes there are different interpretations, and then you misinterpret other people talking, or maybe they are a little bit too vague, and you extrapolate and you try to fill the gaps in other ways. No. So always ask questions. Yes, I know that sometimes it's uncomfortable, it's inconvenient, you think that the other person is maybe, why are you asking this so many questions? So actually I am on this side of the things. I always want to know, and other people feel annoyed that why you are asking so many questions. And yeah, I need to know, because I'm aware that there are so many different interpretations of things, and there are missing fields. Let's meet that, okay, for example, I will finish this tomorrow and I contact you. Okay, how will you contact me? It's an email, you will call me, WhatsApp. What time will you contact me? And when you contact me, what will happen? Will you tell me that you already finished what we talk about, or you just contact me about something else? So I have a need to really know the details, and it can be very frustrating for other people. So actually there are this kind of personality categories, that some people, they want to know the details and they want to give details, and other people become annoyed when you talk so much details. Yeah, I know. This is their reaction. But be aware that other people have either, so it's a scale. So think about that this person needs a lot of particular, specific, detailed oriented information, and other people, no, they can ask later, or when they get there they can deal with this, or they just don't even think about this, that they don't know everything. So ask detailed question, clarify this, even if it's very annoying for the person. Now, and the other side of expectation management is about other people, that they also need. So don't voluntarily give information to people. Don't wait for them to pull out all of the small pieces of information. Yeah, I know somebody that when we meet and, oh, I'm already on the bus. Now, what does it mean related to arriving on the time? On the bus, so does it mean that this person will arrive in 5 minutes or 25 minutes? I don't know. But this person doesn't really think about that I need more details. So from that person's perspective, they should learn to give useful information. That, let's say in a meeting, that I will arrive in 10 minutes. That's much better. I'm in the bus. It's total vague, useless information. Or let's say somebody want to borrow money from you, and okay, you lend it. My suggestion is usually don't lend money, don't borrow money, because it just causes conflict. But anyway, I understand that you want to help people, so you lend the money, and they will say that, okay, I will pay it back next year. Okay, but when? And what happens if you don't pay back? And what is the guarantee that you will pay back? So maybe write down, at least have some witnesses. So of course it depends on the friendship and the amount, but some people, they like to be vague, because in this case anyway, especially if they lie, they don't have to remember so many details, and they want more freedom for themselves, that maybe January 1st next year or December 31st, when. Okay, so understand is that people have this need to be vague, to have more freedom, or they just don't think about it. They need to give this information, or just don't think about this topic because maybe their metacognition, they're thinking about this topic that, oh, who cares about the details, we can talk about this later. But people have on this scale, and if you are on a detailed part, you become crazy when you talk to the other person who doesn't voluntarily give the information, and you have to pull out everything from them, and vice versa. When this person, but you think that, okay, we can talk about the details, who cares, don't talk about this, I understand that. But these people, the other person, flooding them with information that they don't really care, they will not remember, they don't even pay attention. Yeah. And then there will be a lot of conflicts. So manage information, manage other people's information and expectation, communicate in details very clearly the relevant information, and okay, the testing, because most people nowadays, they don't pay attention. Oh, okay, 7 o'clock at the corner. Okay, but which, so ask them, okay, maybe a few minutes later, that ask them, so when will we meet? Where? What happens if you are late? So you have to clarify a lot of things. And in this case, there will be less room to misunderstand each other. And be aware that people have different needs for clarity, and it means different things. And when do they need the information? So let's meet tomorrow afternoon. Okay, afternoon. I will call you. Okay, okay, when will you call me? So I don't know. And so always provide information, get information, and be aware that maybe you know another person